Hey, hi, hello, welcome to Lost in Prose, where we talk about all things bookish. And in today's video, I will be taking around my bookshelf. So let's begin. Since I took Bookstagram a little seriously this year, I have received media copies and also I've purchased a few books this year, which is as compared to last year, I purchased less books, but the collection has grown on its own. I don't know how that happened. Things have gotten out of hand, and my bookshelf is doing overtime because it does not have any shelf space left. And I have added a new shelf, which is known as the rooftop shelf, which was not supposed to be a part of a shelf, but I used it as storage. It's not overconsumption, don't get me on that. I do read. I think I've read more than half of these books that I have, but it's just that I can't part away with my books. Once they are in my shelf, they're mine, is what I kind of do. So that is a problem, definitely. Let me take you through my shelves one by one. Let's go. People have organization techniques, which is something I don't have. My organization technique is just a state of mind, whatever state of mind I was in while arranging and cleaning my bookshelf, and however everything just fit. That is my organization technique. Although, if you notice a pattern by the end of the video, please do let me know in the comments below what it actually was. To begin with the rooftop shelf, which was not actually intended to be a shelf, but anyway. Okay, so this is the first book, that is The Song of Achilles, which I did not like that much. Next up is a set of books that I bought in 2020. It's a Jane Austen book set, and out of this, I've only read Pride and Prejudice till now, and there are still a lot more to read. Do let me know which Jane Austen book you really love. Um, Now, these editions of Penguin are all my favorite editions of all the classics. So I bought both. Then we have Aristotle and just contemporaries like the Kismet Connection, Seven Husbands, and then we have Jane Eyre, which I'm very scared to pick up. One of my favorite books, better than the movies. The Last Queen, which I haven't read. Midnight Library, an absolutely eye-opening read. And well, the Heartstopper series till book 4. I haven't read book 5. I won these in a giveaway and they were pretty nice. Also, I would like to take a cleaning break because I'm an old lady who doesn't love dust. Okay, next up is Me and Mr. Darcy, which is my current read. Then we have these books which were from my book box book haul thingy, which you can check out with the link um, given below. Now, this book I bought the second part first. I really need to buy the first part, then read the second part. But anyway, this is my least favorite book of the year, Inside Burn, and The Hunger Games. I haven't read yet, but I will definitely dive into it next year. Now, this is my first international book mail, An Academy of Liars by Alexis Henderson, and this was the lovely team at Bantam Books UK sent me this. It's an uncorrected proof, and it's so beautiful. I can't wait to dive into it. I'll definitely read it soon. The Six of Crows, which I can't wait to read, The Crooked Kingdom, which is the second book, and next up is Colleen Hoover, which I had a phase, I don't have it now, goodbye. Next up is the Zahir, my Paulo Coelho collection basically. There's Doctor Who, Me Before You, and this is a book I bought from the Shanghai bookstore. Yes, now comes my Paulo Coelho collection, all the books by Paulo Coelho, which I have read. I haven't read The Winner Stands Alone, but apart from that, I've read all of the Paulo Coelho books. The Girl on the Train, pretty famous. Haven't read it yet though. I definitely will. And oh, this matches with my sweater. Okay, the door-to-door bookstore and my hardcovers. Basically, all these are my hardcovers. This is a book that I recently bought because it was on such an amazing sale. So that's why I bought it, and it has an absolutely stunning cover. Oh my god, it's so pretty, and I just couldn't resist. I just got it for 160 rupees. Just imagine. And these are my other hardcovers. This also has sprayed edges, which is a win-win. And well, a recent read, An Empire of Gods and Beasts. And I'm going to count all these books. So this is 58 on the first shelf. Now, moving on to the second shelf, it's all the 19 books of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid series, and I absolutely love this series so much. And next up is the Percy Jackson series, all five main books of the Percy Jackson series. These are those books. And then moving forward, we have A Good Girl Guide to Murder series, which I absolutely love. Love the second part the most. And my John Green collection, I haven't read Paper Towns and Will Grayson, but I have read the rest of them. And then we have On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, Perks of Being a Wallflower, and also Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Album. Now, I absolutely love these. Moving to the next shelf is the Agatha Christie collection, and Daniel Silva's A Death in Cornwall, and my Casey McQuiston collection, which is basically just two books. And then I have my Sarah Adams books, which again, two books. I haven't read them yet. I'm so sorry. I will soon. This is the Off Limits Rule, and this is The Match. I've heard a lot about them. And then moving forward, we have this pretty cover of All This Time, and also they both die at the end. I have heard a booktuber who gave a spoiler for this book, so I'm a little hesitant to go into it, but I definitely will. Then the next thing is Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which has an absolutely lovely cover, which I'm definitely not over. I am absolutely obsessed with the cover. And then we have Second First Impressions, Flipside, Silent Patient, which I haven't read yet, Night Bloom, Wonder, Lucky List, You Read Sam, Normal People, and Blackout. Then after that, we have some Murakami and some romance and a thriller. End of story is the thriller. I forgot that we were counting books, so I counted them all together, and it's 128. Moving on to the next shelf are these two tiny books, which you may not see otherwise. It's Murakami's Birthday Girl and We Should All Be Feminists, which is an essay by the author. And next up, we have mostly Indian authors here, Chetan Bhagat, Anmol Malik, and others. Then we have my Durjoy Datta collection. And these are two recent reads and also recent releases by the author, which I absolutely love. Why did he have to break my heart in the second book? Then another very underrated book is Love in Lansdowne by Swagata Dam. Now, next up is Red Card, Devil's Daughter. No, Devil's Daughter, someone asked me in my DM once if I could share my copy with them because it has apparently stopped in publishing, but it has dark sprayed edges, which I like. Now, this is my Ruskin Bond collection, which I love again, and some sad girl books, and also a few classics like Picture of Dorian Gray, Secret Garden, A Room of One's Own, Doll's House, Little Prince, etc., and Palace of Illusions. So that makes 176 books. This is my clock if you haven't met her yet in other videos, and this is my very messy pen stand. These are the two very fancy pens in them. This is a lead pencil actually, and it's a lot of mess with random highlighters. Moving forward to the actual books is my Big Nate collection. This is basically the children's shelf, which I have kept at the bottom for easier access to my little brother. And this is basically where it all started for me, and it definitely started for my younger brother as well. Now we have my Roald Dahl collection, where my obsession with books actually started with Matilda and stuff like that. And this is a tiny book that I once got from McDonald's. And this is my comic collection and Nancy Drew and Famous Five collection. This comic collection is literally my entire heart, and that makes 241 books. So now this is just an extra stool thingy that I've added to store more books. Now this is Main Street, which is another classic which I bought from the Shanghai bookstore. My Sophie Kinsella collection, Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which has an absolutely pretty cover. Now these are the books that I won in a Children's Day giveaway by Penguin, the children's division of Penguin. Now this is One Day, which Hatchet sent over as another giveaway win, and this literally just arrived today. I'm shooting this video a day before posting it, and it just arrived on 26th of December. It came with a bookmark and a letter. Next up is Yes, No, Maybe So, and The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, another Sarah Adams books that I was gifted by a lovely friend. Then I have A Defense of Poetry by P.B. Shelley, and because I have to do an assignment on it. Now that makes 255 books. Now this is inside the cupboard of my shelf, and these are some miscellaneous books which I don't read frequently. Now that kind of makes 289 books in my collection totally, and that is amazing. A few of the books which I did not show cover to cover is because I have shown those books in my last year's wrap up. Those are the older books that I've had. So you could check that out. I'll link the playlist below. This was all that was there for today's video. So now this is the last video of the year, and I'll meet you next year on Friday, the first Friday of January. And see you there. Goodbye.